no, dat sprak voor een reten. Dit wouden jullie toch?
TBS, allemaal jongens even feesten. No op je feest.
I got your message. I haven't celebrated Festivus in years. What is your interest?
Well, just tell me everything, huh?
Many Christmases ago, I went to buy a doll for my son. I reached for the last one they had, but so did another man. As I rained blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way.
What happened to the doll?
It was destroyed. But out of that, a new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
That must have been some kind of doll.
And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
And is there a tree?
No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
Frank, this new holiday of yours is scratching me right where I itch.
Let's do it then.
All right.
Festivus is back. I'll get the pole out of the crawl's face.
TrippinB, do you have the aluminum pole?
I don't have the aluminum pole. I have a vape here.
I guess that could work.
Hey, if you smoke a pole, you smoke a pole.
Oh, yay. Hey, you've disappointed me with that comment.
That was good.
Bring it
on.
on.
We're here together on a beautiful holiday, Festivus. Today is Festivus.
When people say happy holidays, this is what put them over the top. You know, this is the one for sure. Happy Festivus, boys. I haven't celebrated Festivus in years, you know?
Honestly, we are missing a holiday where we just get to tell people how we really feel and just let them have it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all off the table.
Thank God for Frank Costanza.
Yeah, you can't judge people for it. It's just the day, you know. You get a lot of criticism, a lot of critical feedback.
So you can just do whatever you want on Festivus?
Yeah. It's kind of like when there's no rules. Wasn't there like a movie about that? One day where there's no rules?
I think it was what is it, the Purge?
Yeah, the Purge. That's what I was thinking about.
What's going on with that voice over there? You sound like you smoked a couple packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, it might have been the last stream, you know. Picked up a little COVID.
Those Marlboro Reds
through the microphone.
Yeah,
my light on. Do you guys like seeing my light on?
Well, the last stream I was at a holiday party and nobody filled me in at how bad my audio was. I'll never do that again.
I thought you sounded great.
It was like
really quiet, at a miniature golf course or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was kind of like that. Yeah.
What are we even doing?
Oh boy. So we have a big Liverpool fan here and we have a big Arsenal fan here. You guys both streaming the game while we're talking?
Yeah.
Yes, I am watching.
I am. And right before we started, it equalized to 1-1, sadly, which was
I was threatening to not
Jimmer
join.
wasn't going to come.
And then at 11:59, Salah put her home. So I was able to join.
We talk about the airing of grievances. I air a lot of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people, Zinchenko and Gabrielle. That was some piss poor defending to let Salah just take a long pass down in the corner and just dribble his way into a shooting spot and bang it home. And Raya, not much better. Although it was a wide open shot.
Yeah.
What are we drinking, boys?
I don't think you can blame that one really on Raya at all. I think that he hit a banger. It was roofed. He was never saving that. A little Modelo.
Timmy Costa's hurt. He broke his collarbone.
Oh, it's broken.
It looked broken to me.
I don't see an ice pack, so nothing's broke yet.
He's holding it like it's broken.
Yeah,
I broke my collarbone once. Joe Gomez is coming in.
Joey G's been good.
Who has not broken their collarbone? And I want to hear in the chat who in the chat has and has not broken their collarbone. I think it needs to be. There's two kinds of people in this world.
Those who have broken their collarbone and those who haven't.
No, people who have broken their collarbones and liars.
And pussies.
I must admit, I've not broken my. I have strong bones though. My bones. I drink my
It's all
milk,
that.
and
It's all
I
that
drink.
milk.
I drink
You
big
drink milk and jerk off all the time.
Guilty. Yeah.
You do.
So,
It's after.
Trippin,
This is after dark. By the way, this is after dark in the daytime, so anything could happen. I'm day drinking. It's Christmas. It's Festivus. It's Hanukkah's over. There's all kinds of holidays. It's solstice if that's your bent. Kwanzaa's on the calendar. Things are happening. I always include New Year's in the holidays as well. I think New Year's counts as one of the holidays in Happy Holidays.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
But we're here for Festivus, right?
Are you a Happy Holidays guy?
No, I'm one of those. I'm a Merry Christmas on purpose guy. I'm a Merry Christmas on purpose because I don't. It's not something I'm like always trying to do, but I don't mind just kind of tweaking people a little bit sometimes, just testing their comfort level a little bit.
Are you one of those put Christ and back in Christmas?
Not for that reason. I think that's all funny. I think like Christ is well in Christmas. I don't think Christ has been taken out of Christmas for too many people. Not any more so than he's been taken out of everyday life in America 364 other days a year. So I do think the war on Christmas is fake. I don't think there's a war on Christmas. If there's a war on Christmas, Christmas is winning for sure. I mean, we're here on fucking Festivus, the holiest of days, wearing Christmas hats. So, Christmas knows what it's doing. But I do think it's funny. And I think it's funny that like, it makes sense, right? Because like when you think of like culture war, what is culture war? Culture war is this need to sort of like take the big things in life and own them. And end of year holidays, whether you call it Christmas or whatever you call it, like the end of the year, the winter solstice, this is like goes back to ancient humanity type stuff. Like whether it's pagan rituals that the current, religious rituals are now based on, like this is some base ancient human instinctual stuff to sort of like celebrate this darkest time when the sun is the farthest away, but is soon
what
to be.
What the hell are you talking about?
Jimmer knows a thing or two about rituals.
Oh yeah, the knocking. Yeah, dude. If your player needs a decisive, you just need to go find a dark room and make it happen.
Bang it out.
Yeah, your player needs you. It's the only way it's gonna happen.
Shout out to Mike Baston, has broken both collarbones. Good for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Broke both
Full
bones
collar.
in 2 places. Left one I broke.
Shatter that shit. It grows back stronger.
Jesus.
Oh, like
is that
your bones, Mike Baston, are now stronger than Black's supposedly strong non-broken bones. Your bones have actually grown back stronger.
I mean, what can I say?
They might have been weaker to begin.
I'm a strong man.
They might have been weaker to begin
with. It's like Rookie of the Year when his arm breaks and the everything fuses together and now he can throw a 120-mile-an-hour fastball.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what kind of benefit do you get from a stronger collarbone?
Great question.
What kind of actions are you doing there?
A few less minutes in the dark room when your player needs.
Okay.
I was thinking you might fall a little more gracefully because you were falling like a bitch before,
Mm-hmm.
And broken collarbone, and now you're gonna fall like a man and not break it.
So I broke my collarbone via diving for a basketball. I was playing on a basketball court and I dove out of bounds on a concrete court that was surrounded by like rocks and loose rocks and stuff like that. And my collarbone on the dive landed directly on a rock. So that's one of my feats of strength for the Festivus.
I'd love to know what really happened, because when people, brag about an injury like that, they always got to exaggerate it like 2 or 3x.
It was more like tripping. It was just kind of like falling down.
He was tripping.
No dive involved.
Down.
It's like a slow fall, and then like
reached through the ball like Daria, and just was like.
Speaking of diving catches, what is a diving catch?
I would assume there's a diving action and then like a catch.
But does it have to be a
diving
save?
Where maybe you don't catch it, but you save it, and the ball goes away.
The catch is worth more points, I think.
That would make sense because you actually like contain it.
Yeah.
Versus just deflecting it.
That would make sense, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Is there an opted definition?
That's one thing I haven't done in a while is actually look at the opted definition list. Some of the definitions are actually like different words. Like I think attempted assist, I don't know that that's in their definitions. I think it's like, isn't it chance created? Those are the same things. No, nobody cares.
I don't know. I'm working on it here.
Whatever.
Oh, Jonathan said it's not complicated, guys. It's when
Yeah,
you
I don't
dive
think
and
so.
catch the ball.
Enzo Martinez, you can't do that. Enzo Martinez Andy Martinez. Okay,
one too many drinks over there for TrippinB.
not enough.
What are we having?
What are we drinking? Yeah, I asked that question. My Festivus special is an OMB copper. OMB stands for Old with an E. Mecklenburg, which is the county that Charlotte is in, brewery. Old Mecklenburg Brewery. They take it back. It's a German style. It's the oldest microbrewery in Charlotte.
Okay.
Although now there's about 100 of them probably now. So,
Macro brewery guy.
yeah, that's you St. Louis boys. You love your
Basic
If
bitch over
it
here.
didn't come from InBev, I know you guys kind of break out in hives having a drink.
Lord.
So.
That was close. Was that our boy Kai? No, it was not Kai.
No.
That was Gabby Mart, I believe. They gave Saka a yellow card, maybe because his hair looked too cool. And they were just like, man, we got to give this guy a yellow. He looks too cool. Oh wow, that was actually Saka in from G Mart. And then oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
That's the first time I've seen Johannaton's name spelled. I always thought that Laird was just like properly pronouncing somebody's name that was just spelled Jonathan.
That would be like Laird to properly pronounce something.
Yeah, he's like go out of his way.
He does his research.
I mean, I guess not
knows.
like going out of your way to pronounce it wrong. Not like it's being a nice person to pronounce.
Laird would never do that.
Laird's going over the top. He's doing his research before every show. Any word that could possibly come up, he's making sure that he's researched and gone to Google and he knows exactly what the pronunciation is going to be.
I don't know about all that.
He does. He told me.
No one is working harder than Laird. I can guarantee that. Laird freaking trying his damn ass off all the time. It's great.
So are we gonna talk about how disappointed what we're disappointed in each other about?
Each other, the platform,
In
people in
Rare.
chat, just everything in general.
I'll
Yeah.
start. I'm
Okay.
disappointed in TrippinB
Uh-oh.
for not joining the server Discord yet. The main
Ooh.
Discord.
Yeah, get back in there.
We're not going back?
You're still putting on this show like you're the bad guy.
Holding a grudge.
Yeah.
What's his name? DJ Cuffed and I think Hoodwink also both said I could come back.
You need to do your part. Numbers. We need numbers in the Discord. Maybe somebody's like, I might want to join So Rare.
So
And then they're like, but if only there was like 5,000 people in the Discord. There's
Right.
4,999. It's not legitimate enough for me.
I will say this. When I was in that Discord, I had the funniest and the best posts. Like the stuff I posted in there was fire. Everybody loved it. It made the Discord a better place for sure. Like I was always of the opinion that they needed me more than I needed them. And so that's why I didn't go back.
Oh, well, that's fair.
think-
I'm just saying I'm disappointed, you know?
I think you should go back and get banned. Get banned again.
Yeah.
Like,
Get
see
banned for a
what-
real reason this time.
Like what?
Yeah.
What will it take? What will it take to get banned again?
Let's do an over-under on how quick.
I would go in just to talk trash to YNWA since he's blocked me on Twitter, but he would probably just mute me on Discord.
Oh,
so-
I love Mark.
I know you do. I know you and you guys are Liverpool brothers. You can't, you're like you have the MLBC and the Liverpool bonds for sure. Like
I can understand why people don't like him, but I like him. I'll publicly say it. I don't care.
Guess what? We don't have to agree
that's-
on everything to be friends, Jimmer. I still like
You
you.
can be disappointed in me for that. There you go. I gave you a softball.
I did. I have my own Discord that I set up. I mean, it was nominally set up to do the show with draft kicks. Can I just pick up the ball and run with it? Can I pick up the disappointments and the grievances? Let's say we're disappointed in draft kicks for walking, for just like disappearing, and
For having a life.
we were doing the Major League So Rare show on Quinny's channel on So Rare TV. It was fun. It was tough to squeeze in. I was like getting up, taking my kid to work, running home to do an episode, then taking my kid to school, excuse me, then rushing home, tape an episode, then going to work. And he got too busy. He just couldn't do it anymore.
Called out. Shoe man. The shoe man is called out.
I think he just lost the love.
it.
He lost the love for So Rare, I think, which is,
Was it ever love or was it just lust?
it's fair enough.
Hmm.
It was somewhat lust. I mean, he was a 2021er like me, and so he was in on the hype train.
So does he not play anymore?
He does a little bit. He's just busy. He just like
Sold all those,
he has
all
like
those
two
players
teen
cards?
sons that are both like actual soccer prospects in like the American
really?
youth system, and so he like has to manage their careers. It's a little bit.
So when they get cards, we can like
yeah, exactly.
like run the floor down on them. Be like, remember that time that you gave up on So Rare?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna run the price down on your.
He
on your
wants to
boys.
be in, he just can't be in. But I'm still disappointed in him. Still no excuse.
We need to make sure we get those signature cards from him.
Yeah,
He
add
does. He
the-
has the good signature cards for sure.
I'll add the disappointment on the shoe man and say would have been nice to see him in Columbus.
I know.
I offered to
know.
pick him up.
For
You guys were going
Festivus.
to pick him up as you ride in from
Pick him up.
for Lou. Pick him up. I would have given him if you guys picked him up. I would have dropped him off at home.
In the
So you'd have
complete
to go out of
opposite
your way.
direction.
Well, because it's not like it would have been fun to just take an alternate route home, just because I've never been through Kentucky, so I would have driven like an hour and a half.
Well,
or
you
so.
realize you would have had to drive west and then gone back east.
Not that far west though, not too far.
If you go far enough west, you're basically east. So
That's true. It's a globe. Some people
Yep.
don't believe it, but it is.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
What else? Who else are we disappointed with? Who's your first disappointment, Black?
Well, I'm disappointed. I won't get into what I'm disappointed in yet. I listened to your show though on what was that, Thursday? You were disappointed in a lot of things.
I was sad.
I don't know that you were sad. You were more angry.
No, I'm not that angry. That's the problem. Like, and you talk about, I've also heard this. I have not in the So Rare General Discord, but I have heard reports that like people aren't even. It's not even popping off in there anymore as much as it used to. Like, people are not even. They don't care enough to even be mad at some of the state of certain things. I don't know. If I seemed angry in that episode I did, it was more meant to feel like kind of like helpless, just like
Is it?
like.
It's the
I don't know.
beginning. Is it the
But
beginning?
there are
of the
certain
end?
things that I think So Rare could be doing better for sure.
The beginning of the end.
I've got a
Or-
funny question that I brought up. I brought it up sometime in the past, and maybe it was just on Discord, maybe it was on here. I don't remember. But for some people, do you think So Rare just wasn't fun, and it was just making money was fun?
Yes.
And now they're not, making money or making as much money, so it's just not fun for them.
Yeah. And I'm not sure. I bet Laird's so busy, he probably didn't even watch what I had to say on Thursday night. But his Friday stream was way better than my Thursday stream in terms of just like sort of trying to point out like, hey, like you need to view this as like buying game pieces. And so you got to understand that at least whether you like this or not, the reality is that So Rare sees this as like selling pieces to a game. And So Rare has no interest on whether or not the resale value of the cards really holds up that much. I mean, they have some interest. Obviously, they don't want it to go to zero, but you know what I'm saying? He explained it better than I am right now, but what he was saying, he had some really good like meditations on that whole concept of like, what game are we really playing here?
I mean, I'll have to go back and re-listen to that because I listened to it, but I had work, so I was like hopping in and out, so I might have missed that part of it. But
Make sure you click unlike and then like again and all that.
No, I don't think that's great because I think like retrospectively, it's easy for like someone like me to say or Jimmer to say like, "Oh, it's just a game,
it's
guys."
just a game, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
100%.
I mean, there's people that came in at like worst possible time a year ago and just are absolutely wrecked. They don't want to. They don't want to hear that, but also like that shouldn't be true. Like the game, you said it best on your stream. The funnest part of the game is winning great rewards.
True.
And
right.
and if these are just quote unquote game pieces, then they're not worth anything, and nobody wants to win them. And
right, it's
game,
like
right?
well, except they're worth what they are as game pieces.
Yeah.
In the world that Laird was describing, you would sell 100% of your rewards because that's the only way that you would ever make any ROI, basically. And so you buy cards that you buy game pieces that you want, and you sell the rewards for whatever they're worth at the time. And you just that's kind of the world that Laird was talking about, which maybe isn't the world that everyone wants to live in, but it does seem a little more sustainable. I don't know.
Yeah, but I like that fundamentally, like the server has to care about the reward prices or the price of the card values, right? I just don't buy it.
I
I don't
agree.
buy.
buy
I
it
don't buy
either.
the argument at all. Like Sorare has to care about the card values. If they don't have any other means of revenue. Like there's not this trajectory right now where they're gonna become some freemium game where it's like microtransactions where these cards cost pennies. Like I mean, some of the limiteds do now, right? But like all the way up into rares and super rares and stuff.
To be
and they don't
fair,
care about
some of the
value.
limiteds should cost pennies.
Yeah,
'em.
and that's
Fuck
yeah,
'em.
and that's fair. It's like everybody like I don't understand the argument too about people who are complaining about how cheap limiteds are. Like everybody's like, oh, it's oversupply. It's like that was the supply the whole fucking time. They didn't
Yeah.
change shit.
Yeah, and they're still not even minting 1,000 of those things.
If you don't like
they could.
if you don't like the card values, move up in scarcity.
Yeah.
If you're complaining about how cheap rares are now, do an Alistair and go to super rare.
Yeah, go get
Like-
your Amex. Go get your
Like,
Amex.
you have to own your own game, right? Like if you don't see the people like because everybody's here thinking what we need is more users, right? It's like that's true. But if it's not happening, you have to own your own game and manage your own gallery, right? And the way to do that is to go into super rare, right? Or go into unique, right? If because
Spend more money. Just spend more
well,
money.
it's not necessarily spending more money, but it's and I know people say like it's hard to sell cards and it's hard to move up into scarcity, but that's where you are isolated from some of the issues that you're seeing limited.
Yeah, I mean, my dumbass has played in the unique division a couple times. I don't know where it is. I agree that like Sorare can't just like sit idly by and watch things downward spiral to zero. And I think again, what I was trying to say, what I ultimately believe is that like you increase demand by making rewards great, and then if maybe that means lengthen out the tier 0 and tier 1 placement on the tower. Give star rewards to the top 10 instead of the top 3. Just to try to like start to get people playing again and feeling like they can go for some of these things. I don't know, like even if that means eating the loss on some of these cards that they could sell for good. They could sell this card for good money, but they'll sell more in the long run by people knowing that this card's available as a prize. It's a delicate balance, obviously, but like I don't know. That's why. So the survey comes out and they're like, we're thinking about expanding it to where you can enter 3 lineups in a division instead of just 1. What do you think of that? Do you think that would make it better or worse? And I'm like, that would make it really much better for you guys for about 1 year. And then it would completely destroy the platform after that, pretty much, because like it would look good. It would like, oh, all these people who are already established would be like, oh, now I can enter 3. Well, let me go buy some more cards and I know what I'm doing. Let me go get some really good cards. So I start entering 3. And then like you've completely churned that, kills off any growth. No users want to come into a system as newbies on that, where they're already everything stacked against them in the 1 entry only. And now all of a sudden they have to fade 3 lineups from PSU and Nanzo and all these whales. And it's like, and they can tweak it so that you can only win 1 prize with your 3 or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like when YNWA shows up as first, second, third on a leaderboard of Champ Europe because Liverpool won 6-0, then no one wants to play that game, I promise. And so, like I said, like if they do that, it'll be really good for the short term and really lame for the long term.
Yeah, it's a classic example of, do you want to make more money off your existing users, or do you want to make more money by bringing in new users? And multi-entry is just going to be an invitation to people like me, honestly, all 3 of us, Nanzo, whoever, anybody with a large gallery is going to see that. And you're going to like TrippinB, a great example is like Champion Europe, you may not have 3 entries there, but MLS, Champion America, I can guarantee you're going to have three entries that can go into a lot of those divisions, or you'll get to the point that you can do that because those divisions really well. And like you're going to do well there. So,
and I'll also will log off of So Rare in October every year, and then log back on in March, and just sell off any non-Champ America cards.
Right. So I don't know. I don't think that would ever be a great idea to do that. Certainly, like you said, in the short term, will they make more money and will values go up on? Yes, but anybody new coming into the platform having to play against 3 of Black's lineups, 3 of Jimmer's lineups, 3 of TrippinB's lineup, it's gonna be really fucking hard to win.
Like if they did that, it would be good because then I would just sell out. I would be like, okay, this is my perfect chance. Let's let this pump for 2 weeks and then I'm selling everything.
That's actually a good perspective, to be honest.
Are you to the point where you would want to do that? Like you don't enjoy the game enough?
No, because for me, I don't fit, just like you guys kind of don't fit into the normal category because you've been at it so long and have large galleries. I don't really fit into the normal categories for different reasons because I just play because it's all risk-free for me. I bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2017. And like it was worth like what 60 or whatever when I converted it to ETH and bought into So Rare. So because I was just because Bitcoin was just boring to me, and I was like, I'd rather just play a soccer fantasy game instead. So like to me, I've not have any risk in that regard. I would only risk my quote unquote winnings or my gains or whatever. So there's that.
Was Laird your referral?
Yeah. Also, I'm in love with my Charlotte collection. So like I think I really get So Rare on a level that like you guys get, and like a lot of people that are really into it get way more than the masses. And I just like really like the idea. I used to collect physical cards as a kid growing up, and I just see this as, even though it's not right now, I do think digital card collecting will eventually replace physical collecting, or at least become on par with it, if not replace. So but it may be too early for that, but at some point it'll get there. So I love the idea that I love Charlotte FC. I have the most amazing collection of Charlotte FC cards on this platform that I think could become sort of the tops or the Panini someday. So we'll see. So that's why I'm less likely. I have a lot less pressure to just sell out. But anyone that like has a bunch of rares and not a lot of super rares and uniques, if they do this multi-entry thing, trust me, get the fuck out. I promise.
Yeah, the big thing that you said there that I think makes it easier for us to talk about it is the risk-free aspect of it.
Yeah.
And like,
so don't listen to me.
It's a totally different mindset when we're still up on our galleries, right? But at the end of the day, everybody else it's all about money and it's all about kind of what they put in. But if they can somehow convert a new wave of users, like a boom in terms of just user base at the current limited prices, I think that mindset changes a lot because but it's whether or not they can do that or not.
It's all supply and demand. It's all supply and demand. So you just got to increase the demand. The supply is out of control, but this is the supply they told us they were going to do. Right. So now like they have to increase demand. And one way of increasing demand, a huge demand lever is rewards.
Rivals.
I was talking about the other night.
When you think of when you guys think of card collecting, what age group do you think of?
10-year-olds, like 10, between 10 and 13, and then like over 40.
Yeah,
Jimmer.
I mean, I'd say the same.
Okay, like so we need the 10 to 13-year-olds on So Rare then, right?
That's what I'm saying. We need some Joe Camel advertisements. Just put some like cartoon soccer players out there on like infomercials on kids shows and
Saturday morning cartoons, right?
Yeah,
and like
kids still watch those, right?
Like,
to quote Walter Sobchak, 8-year-olds, dude.
Your mom's credit card is only a few steps away.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not gambling though. It's not gambling.
It's just as much gambling as Pokemon cards are, right?
You think Pokemon cards are gambling?
Yeah.
What, just like buying packs, ripping them open, hoping
anybody who's 18 years or older buying Pokemon cards is gambling. Well, I would say 15 years. They're just buying cards to gamble. It's just gambling for kids.
So when you gamble Pokemon wise, they're gambling on like hitting some crazy special like meta card to sell, but aren't they also can't you gamble on matchups? Can't you like play Pokemon for money?
Yeah,
I don't think anybody. I don't think people really do that though, do they?
you could do tournaments and stuff like that. I think.
Is that
but
big though? I think isn't bigger trying to win the get the holographic Charizard
Yeah,
out of the pack?
I would say for the most part, Pokemon is more just pulling cards out of packs.
One thing that I actually think would be a fucking terrific idea from a marketing perspective is if they sold So Rare gift cards. Why are you laughing at that?
Look at the Festivus disappointment there.
I would buy my dad, 100% would buy my dad a So Rare gift card and be like, hey, buy a team. You think that's crazy? You think that's ape shit?
I don't like giving the gift of chores. I don't like giving the gift of, hey, you got to go sign up for this thing now. But I get what I mean. Yeah, sure.
If you think it's a chore, then you think the game sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've tried to get a lot of people into this game, and it never seems to take. The one thing that could change that, though, and the thing that makes us optimistic, right, is Rivals. Like Rivals, Nicholas is huge on that.
What stops them from? You said they don't want to play. Why do they not want to play?
We need to get one of those guys on here now.
Mostly. Well, the one guy that I know could get in, I could get to play probably.
I don't have any fingers.
He had to eliminate gambling. He had to cut gambling out of his life.
It's
not gambling.
So it is gambling.
I see. If it's not gambling, then nobody, or if it is gambling, which I throw back to the old Skazi stream, just get the fucking gambling license.
Yeah, 100%. They should.
And
they should lean into the gambling.
Stop pretending, because I like that's what DraftKings does with the Rainmaker stuff, right?
Taco Slayer supports the gift cards. I think you're that would save the platform is to lean into the gambling 100%. Not even close.
Yeah, and just say would you guys play divisions if they were $5 to enter?
Yeah.
How about would you play a head-to-head
$5?
Would you play an on-platform head-to-head Rivals that transferred the money, did all the money swap for you, and I could say, here, I'll play you for a threshold. Let's put our thresholds at risk. I'll play you Rivals in this Arsenal match.
Do you get to pick who you play against, or do you go into the arena and you enter your $10 and
both? Yeah. There's a lobby where you can pick, and then there's an arena where you can go against multiple opponents for big prizes.
Imagine drawing like YNWA.
They put DraftKings
with your Liverpool stack
in soccer.
So an interesting question here. Is So Rare's best IP their cards and their NFTs, or is it their scoring matrix and their because if it's their scoring matrix, that's how you disrupt DraftKings, right?
Yeah.
And you just do Rivals. Who the fuck cares about the cards? All the cards are all secondary, but it benefits from the primary being the IP of the scoring matrix.
Right. And that's a cash influx. And that's the thing that gives So Rare direct cash if people are like creating accounts to bet on Rivals with common cards. And then they've got money on the site already and like, fuck it. I withdraw this all the time, but let me just search this market and see what buying these pro cards are all about. Yeah. That's like a bit much easier jump than, try to win the common.
I'll tell you guys, I think that's kind of fucking genius because you could get the gambling license just for like Rivals, and you could open it up in regions that it's allowed in. Yeah. So like the gambling piece of it and you wouldn't have to mess with like the core game. Like the pro side of things could just stay the same.
Look at Mike Baston. Look at his comment there. That's the $1 million idea that I gave you guys on So Rare Andrews.
Yeah. It's also very illegal and
that's what you do in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
But not only do they lean into the IP of the scoring matrix, but you lean into because a lot of my friends do gambling on DraftKings and stuff like that, and a lot of the appeal is like single game parlay stuff, right? It's like Monday Night Football, right? It's like single game parlay, but instead you lean into single game betting in a different style, being Rivals, and you do that matrix across.
Like MLP. one of the things that makes me think of, Jimmer, is like. One of the problems with the platform is like I would say like 90% of the users. I know there was a tweet the other day saying that like people weren't sharp and people weren't as good as they think they are. I think people are really good at So Rare. I like kind of disagree with that. I think people are really good at So Rare when you compare it to like DraftKings idiots and like the people that will play the multi-entry tournaments and just put like 3 lineups in and hope that they win. Like when you compare it to that, we need those people on So Rare. To be 100% honest, we need the really casual players that just like want to play the game for fun, want a chance at winning a huge reward. But I think 90+% of the users are sharp as hell. They use So Rare data. They have a really good understanding of how players score and what players you need to win. You're disagreeing, Trippin?
No, I kind of agree with that because I was thinking about like stuff we're going to talk about today. And I was like, I had an idea that I wanted to pitch you guys, which is that even though there are a lot of morons, there are a lot of So Rare morons on there. I do think that like in general, So Rare players have a slightly higher intelligence than most because it goes back to what I was saying earlier, that whole get the game factor and like the idea if like you can be presented and like sort of understand like the way that the market and the game and the collecting all sort of converge in that matrix. It does take a certain level of intelligence that a lot of people don't have. Not saying everyone on the platform gets it, but most of the people, the hardcore players are extremely smart. I agree. Jimmer, I want to ask you a question because I love what you were saying about the matrix, the scoring matrix. Is that something that they have patented or like can they copyright a scoring matrix? Does Ultimate Champions use the same thing?
I'm pretty sure
I know
can copyright pretty much anything.
DraftKings and FanDuel have almost identical scoring matrices on theirs for most sports, but completely different ones for soccer. So
I think I think what you could definitely patent or copyright is the Rivals game mode where you can like throw in the tactics and things like that. But I don't know why you couldn't at least try. I mean, you could. It's all lawyers, really. It's
I'm with you. Like as someone who like played fantasy soccer, like as someone who played fantasy sports since Barry Sanders was running for the Detroit Lions, I used to like calculate fantasy scores from a newspaper box score, not on the internet. Like that's how long my fantasy career goes back, right? So my whole life I've been searching for like good soccer scoring systems. Like fantasy soccer has always been like the worst in terms of like for years and years it was just goals and assists and maybe yellow cards and saves. And then like you find a few other games come out, FPL comes out, and then DraftKings comes out. And DraftKings, I played DraftKings for so long just because I loved the fact that there was more stats that counted. And so like as much as I loved like the collecting part of So Rare and the way the cards worked, I also really loved the scoring matrix. And I loved the fact that it was like a different way to think about fantasy soccer. And so I agree with you, Jimmer, that they don't leverage that enough and they should.
But that's what everybody says is how like you try to go get somebody to play this game. You're not like, oh, you can collect your favorite cards. Nobody says that shit. They say it's the best scoring matrix I've ever played.
Yeah.
Right. And they don't lean into that. And it's like when you think about the percentage of demand that you could get out there, it's like what percentage of people are really interested in collecting NFTs or even physical cards compared to people who like to gamble, right? Look at your target audience. Your target audience of gamblers is enormous compared to those who are hoarders and collectors. I'm both, and I think that's why like I think most of the people are more collector type or wanting to own cards, with a smaller percentage of gambling people that are currently on So Rare.
Makes a lot of sense.
Not to get too deep into the matrix, but I do agree with your name that goalkeepers are very tilting because it's like clean sheet or bust, baby. Got to have that clean sheet.
So would SO11 change that?
Oh man.
So SO11 SO11 has always been like when they say
it's a lever.
Yeah, it's the lever to pull for demand, I guess. But
like in case of emergency break glass.
Yeah. It was like, oh, dude, just flip them all to SO11. We're back. Yeah, you want to hang out, buy 7 more cards.
But that would bring goalkeeper prices down theoretically, right? Because they're instead of being 20% of your team, they're now 7%.
That's the answer to HG's question of like bringing goalkeepers down. How do you do it? You put 11 players on the field, baby. In order to make a lineup, your goalkeeper's only.
You think people would fucking hate that, though?
It would also completely screw new players, and it would make Wales win even more than they already do. I think.
I'm not prepared for SO11.
FPL is
Well,
I
you're
am
a,
baby.
you're
Never
a, you're
sell.
a, you're
Let's
an
go.
orca. You're not a big blue whale.
Um,
I'm a pretty good
Is it-
sized whale, man.
is
I
FPL
saw 11's
FPL
crazy.
FPL's 11, right?
Yes,
Um,
11 with
Ima-
subs.
imagine the unique division with SO11. Good God,
Oof.
that
Yeah,
entry
okay,
point would
They
be
would
brutal.
seven that bitch.
But pretend unique division is 6 uniques,
Sure.
4 super rares,
Yeah.
and 1 rare or whatever. Like you could mix it all up. That would be very confusing and convoluted, but you could do it. And that's where they need one of the biggest. Okay, I'll give a Festivus disappointment was the
Okay.
fact they didn't address when they introduced limiteds the whole. They just were like, oh fuck it, they'll just be the same as rares in terms of scarcity bonus. Like that was so dumb.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And now they have that problem on their hand that they
Jimmer,
could've
you know
done
the easiest thing they could have done there?
That was lazy.
The scarcity bonus should have been 0.
Yeah, and that's the it's thinking about all of those things before you implement them. It's harder to do with a smaller team, but that's the kind of stuff that requires patience and feedback.
I mean,
and
there's 3 of
correct-
us here. We could have figured that shit out.
I don't know.
I'm
I mean,
always
like
saying,
you'd be
like-
surprised.
Like I have a lot of ideas about So Rare that may or may not be good, but they're at least interesting, I think, and worth considering. And I come up with them in about 30 seconds of my free time. So like if my job is to like work 8 hours a day thinking about how to make So Rare better, I would think some of these people could do a better job of it.
If it was your job, you just wouldn't think of anything, and then you'd play
If
footy
it was my
in the
job, I
little
would just fuck off.
3-on-3 court in
invite
the
Mbappe
office.
to the office and surf the internet and probably
Yeah.
get really into something not non-sports.
Yeah,
Would you ever work for So Rare, either of you guys?
I would for sure.
Yeah, because I think that they need their own media network. I think they need their own. Sober needs its own media network. What they need, whether it's like cheesy or not, is they need like a show. They need to be doing the So Rare Data style shows in terms of game week specific. Like, hey, here's a few hours before lock, like the stuff that like. And maybe they just don't see enough value in it because I'm not sure what type of viewership those get. I'd have to look. And Quinny's like pre-lock countdown show and stuff like that. That's the stuff Sober needs to be doing their own videos of. But
what I was gonna say is that they would be bad at it unless they just hired Quinny to do it. Right? I mean, just hire Quinny and let him continue playing So Rare and be like, all right, you're our media guy. Or hire TrippinB and be like,
hire
that's
me
your line
to
of work,
produce
right?
Quinny. I don't have to be on. I'll just be behind the scenes making everything beautiful.
Yeah. Point at those Emmy Awards up there. Be like, Nicholas, look what I got.
People, you don't want to put me on like a mainstream show because I'm crazy, and I'll just say I'll get myself fired. So it's like pointless.
Because I'm crazy. Oh, are you calling this not mainstream?
Yeah.
No, I mean this is the best show.
Dude, there's
this is the
13.
best-
There's
this-
13 people listening right now. Right?
As of 20 minutes ago, this was I can cite the comment stream for my firm belief that this is the best So Rare podcast.
Oh, let's go,
Facts.
Ryan.
Facts.
Oh, let's go, Salah.
You know.
Oh, fuck.
That's what when I'm invited to be on the show, I jump at the invitation as long as I don't have conflicts.
Conflicts.
We need to come up with a good name for our loyal followers and watchers.
The sad gang.
Yeah, the sad.
The sad boys. The sad boys.
Sad boys.
I'm like 20 seconds behind your stream, Jimmer, because I just saw
Get some
what
better
you saw.
internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll stop
Zinchenko
commenting on
again. God damn it. Fuck
Air led
this
the goal.
guy. Thank Declan, Saint Declan, erasing Zinchenko's mistakes. How do you feel about those guys on your team that like they bring 2 or 3 things to the table and they take like 7 things off the table? It just frustrates me.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely something that you would talk about as far as like airing of grievances, those types of players. I mean, one grievance I have to air is João Palhinha. He had a triple-double in the first half, 62 points. I am cooking. They immediately concede in the second half. He gets a yellow card on a foul, loses like 10 points. And in the second half has like -8 AA and ends up with like 54 points.
Yeah, he should. shouldn't concede 2 at home to Burnley.
You should not. You should not. There's just nothing worse than like a guy like completely cooking as far as like AA goes in the first half, and then they just come out and like literally don't do anything.
You know who's the king of that? Fucking Lucas Villalba for Argentinos Juniors. I mean, that guy.
What's your theory? They're blowing all their energy, like they blow their wad in the first half, and they come out.
Well, why do teams concede late? You know, like why do teams concede late? It's like mentality. Like the last 20 minutes of a game, you need to bring a different mentality than the first 70 minutes. I feel like as a professional, you need to sort of. It's like like there's no quarter breaks, but it's like fourth quarter. You know, like
It's kind of like the NFL games. It's like, oh, you're down by 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden the other team's like, park the bus.
Here's a controversial one again from your name. So, yellow cards. This has been an argument since the beginning of time, but I would argue some yellow cards are good yellow cards.
It's like -5, right?
-3, but then you lose a duel and you get a foul. So, like for a defender, that can be -8 at times, which maybe was a good foul. Maybe you're stopping a counter. No, you don't think that should ever be?
I agree. Professional foul yellows. So how about not like? It's too bad Sorare can't say like, hey, violent conduct yellows, or like too many fouls or whatever.
They can't do that. They'll never be able to
yellows
do
are
that.
-3, whereas a professional foul yellow is a -1.
Maybe all of those things together shouldn't be so bad, though, right?
The other thing is, if you are in a position where you have to make a professional foul, it's usually because you fucked up, but sometimes it could be because your teammate did. I don't know. It's tough.
I feel like a foul shouldn't be a duel lost. It's just a foul. You get the negative points for the foul, and
it's more like you lost the duel and then you committed a foul because you lost the duel. I feel like, but I'm with you. The worst swing is the -14 from like when you have a defender who's got subs like after the 60th minute, they're sitting on their 10-point bonus. They lose that, and they lose a -4 for a goal conceded. It's just the worst.
To be fair, I think it's also fair. It sucks, but it's fair.
I mean, it's not.
We could turn the whole episode into -4 for a goal surrendered on a defender and how that's horrible. But then
I think it's great. That's a great rule. Great rule.
So how is that better than the yellow card? Like, because you could have a defender who wasn't even part of the play at all that conceded the goal.
Well,
but you're
have a better defense. Have a better defense.
Well, I mean, like the yellow card one to me is a more no-brainer than the -4 for conceded goal.
No-brainer as far as what?
Just minus points. Like, yeah, there's professional fouls, but it's too much of a gray area.
Yeah. No, I get that. Like, I'm not arguing they should really even do anything. Just like it's super fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But like, your team concedes and you don't have a clean sheet anymore. That's not very gray either. It's I
agree. I'm not.
Other team has a goal.
I'm saying both make sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that you would be on one and not the other.
Well, I've never been.
Call it a Christmas shock.
Airing of grievances. Let's think more about that. The only thing I really have is like, honestly, I thought Sorare had a really great year. As far as like just like building and like, I don't know. Anybody have the Android app? I know Jimmer doesn't. He's sleeping. He's bored with what I'm talking about. The new Android app I feel like is solid. I really like it. I got the full marketplace on my phone. You broke ass bitches don't.
What's the marketplace?
Like I can bid on auctions.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I can do everything on my app.
When was the last time? When was the last time you bought a card on auction, Jimmer?
About 2 game weeks ago.
I know you'll insta
23 goalie
when you need somebody.
Oh, I also just bought a TrippinB for one of my friends for his birthday.
Oh. See, if we had Sorare gift cards, you wouldn't have to do that shit. You could give him $100 and be like, get whatever you want, buddy.
That's so okay. one of my Festivus grievances is just Christmas in general with adults, and you're just buying shit that somebody just doesn't even maybe necessarily want. So like, how about we just don't buy each other anything and we just get together and eat a meal?
Jerk each other off.
No, you don't have to jerk each other off. Your family.
Oh, right, of course. You said a friend though, so
I'm saying my point is like gift giving is for children.
I only give gifts to my nieces and nephews. My brothers
Right.
and sisters are out.
And
then I'll give gifts to my parents on behalf of my daughter. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
what about significant others?
I'm with Jimmer. I'm with you, Jimmer. Christmas is for kids.
What about significant others?
I feel like significant others only if like you're actually good at gift giving, which is a very fine line.
Trust me, she's going to get her present tonight.
Is that your feats of strength?
It's from all that the collarbone regrowth.
Oh man.
Sorry, I don't know what we were talking about before that.
Christmas and gifts and
gift cards, yeah.
yeah.
But my point is maybe I bought him that and he was like, "Oh, thanks, but I would have rather bought this and a gift card would have been nicer."
Trippy had a nice game today in a loss.
He can just sell that card and buy what he wants.
Yeah, and then I'll flame his ass.
Yeah, or get him a gift card so that he doesn't have to feel bad about
I'm
selling
in for
it.
So Rare gift cards. Buy them with So Rare coins. Easy clap.
Ooh.
What do you guys think about Your Name? You've shown a few of his comments. I talked to Your Name a lot. He's really pissed. His big grievance. I'm going to air grievance on his behalf. And so
Let's
please
go.
The Asian leagues?
Feel free to comment if you need to.
Cancel the Asian leagues?
No, it's the podcast that the dude did from So Rare this year in the spring. He was like he was some big wig. He's probably been fired, maybe. I'm not sure. I forget exactly what his role was. But he's probably been fired. But he said something about how So coins are the future. So coins are the best. So coins are going to so he said some quote like there's going to be a point when people would rather win So coins than win cards.
Right.
Which it's one thing to say that and then fail to achieve it. It's another thing to say it and then just completely do nothing to even try to achieve it. Like there's been no movement or anything that's made So coins more valuable to me whatsoever. The jersey drops are a joke. I don't even try. And I just think it's A-Lock. Yeah, Blue Tomatoes.
Yeah, I think
A-Lock.
Yeah, that's who it was.
I hope he hasn't been fired. I wasn't trying to wish firing on the guy, but I know there's been some turnover is kind of what I was.
The big problem for me is like the opportunity is there, the coins are there, the marketplace is there. How hard is it to just drop a eggplant emoji, into the thing to where I can buy that and set that as my emblem or whatever, or Sven Coombs, like looking really cool, like dude, I'm buying that shit.
And hey, it's only available this week only, and it's never coming back after you don't get it this week. And just like even if it's something
Burger Boys unite.
Right, exactly. Eggplant Boys could be a thing. Like it's like
it's pretty low effort shit. I feel like this isn't hard stuff, and and they're choosing
there
not
could
to
be
do
one
it.
person whose job is just to put new stuff into the shop, and they have an assistant, and the two of them handle just putting random weird shit in the shop.
Two people is like a crazy allotment of like resources for something like this. This should be like something that somebody does in their free time.
I know, but it's like if you can't get it done, like at some point you have to put someone on it as their primary project. Is what I'm saying. Exactly. Like put the Tigres icon. Give me some fucking Tigres. That's a great idea from Johanatan. Like how about you upgrade the picture on your card? They wouldn't do that because you can't alter NFTs afterwards.
Well, I mean, even like a dynamic, like an animated GIF for your team logo or your manager. Whatever.
You've talked about badges that you could just stick on your homepage. You can bring up one of the homepages and see like
my assumption is they realized how difficult of an economy it would be to balance with people with 500,000 So coins. But
that's an argument. That's an argument for not having any So coins at all.
That's one of the problems with like implementing something before you fully thought it through.
Yeah.
But like if you can't balance an economy for card prices, how are you going to balance an economy for something that's worth more than cards? So,
Great
oh,
point.
here's a not necessarily a new idea, but we mentioned earlier, it's like, okay, would you guys blindly just pay $5 to enter all the tournaments you are now? I probably would, based on like reciprocating, but it might be a quick death to the platform too of people just saying, no, this isn't what I signed up for. But what if it cost so coins to enter tournaments and then they sold so coins?
Mm.
I would not like them to sell. I like the idea of it costing so coins to enter tournaments,
Like,
and I don't want them to sell so coins. What happens if you get down to 0 so coins and you you're like, I gotta get in a tournament, I got no fucking so coins, is then you can trade a card to someone for so coins. And if at a certain point,
I
so
think
yeah,
honestly that's just gets too complex from like they've already shown they can't figure out like basic things like trying to
true.
figure out that economy of so coins. I don't think that they would be able to do it.
what
What do you think
is
about this idea?
what is it for you guys that would make so coins? Like everybody listened to that interview and was like, "Oh, cool. So coins are going to matter." But what is it for you that would matter?
So
more?
so rare gift cards, some kind of pack thing,
I mean, okay.
jerseys that I can actually like go and buy. Like even if there
Yeah.
were 100,000 so coins or experiences. I think those
Purely
are all
cosmetic things for your gallery page. As much
that's
as
cool
that
too.
wouldn't
Yeah.
like I don't think that's a platform saver, but like that's a bare minimum that they haven't even done.
Yeah.
They released the initial
When
batch and then never went
the
anymore.
disappointment of like the AI generated logos.
Yeah.
It was like, are these not just generated from a
Yeah.
Journey?
Horrible.
I think this is
Journey AI?
Mid-Journey. Yeah, Mid-Journey
Right.
did these.
Mid-Journey AI, and then like they haven't done anything since. Yeah.
Right. How about a trophy case, for your podiums finishes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So
I mean,
instead
I don't
of
know
just
if
a
I
list.
I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to get a trophy case big enough for that shit, but
Yeah.
you
The
know.
only reason why I asked that question is because I don't really know what it would be for me. I mean, jerseys would be it, but I don't think I'd be spending. Maybe I would on cosmetic bullshit. I probably would.
How about tickets to matches?
Yeah, I liked John Nellis, his latest podcast. He expanded on the raffle for the jerseys and did it same for match tickets. So like instead of giving match tickets away from tournaments for people who like likely won't even be able to go,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you do match tickets as raffles for a game. So like St. Louis home opener, right? It's like they're giving out 10 tickets and you blow 100,000 so coins to potentially get 10 tickets. Maybe you only get 2. They give them out in pairs. And so like if I bought enough raffle tickets, I could have won all 10 and taken my friends. Gift cards. So like that's something I would spend coins on for sure. It's just like match tickets, and I'd tell my buddies, I'm like, hey, I might be getting 6 tickets. I might be getting 4. I might be getting 2. I'll let you guys know.
Well,
I
like
might be getting 0.
here's the deal. Us three, we got to go to the MLS Cup final, right?
Thank you so
Oh
rare.
yeah.
Right. Thank you, so rare. But like
Take it all back.
we should have had to pay so coins or
I'd
something
take it
for
out.
that, right?
Yeah.
Like that should have been a whole process. You pay X number of so coins, you get X number of tickets. Like that's how that interaction should work.
Oh god.
The real interaction is Jimmer's drunk ass messages whoever, and actually I think it was Sean. Somebody had to start that
Jimmer's
process.
drunk ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it falls down to the
ass.
people that, they're getting these tickets. Think about it though. I mean, we had a whole empty row, presumably, of empty seats in front of us that, like you think probably
Yeah, I
could
mean
have,
like that was
been filled. I don't know.
that was
So,
my row. I needed that whole space.
Yeah, it was
so-
nice to have the space, but
So those are not like I think everybody like says, oh, So Rare didn't give away those tickets. I think those are corporate tickets that Columbus Crew can give out to different corporate like sponsors, right? Like in theory, So Rare could have access to those.
yeah. And my
tickets
point is
probably.
just that like we had ticket that obviously like they could have did a whole thing like, hey, use So coins in a raffle to win tickets to MLS Cup final, and nobody would have gone because like it was hard enough for us. We had extra tickets that we couldn't give away to people in our groups, So it's like it was nice of us that we had. Some people can say, oh, like why do the Black, he does Sower Andrews. He's a VIP. Jimmer's a whale. Like that. Obviously, Sower just hooks up the OGs. They only hook up the people that have been there for a while. But it's more like the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and like people like they can't find people to use the tickets because they're not trying. They're not like
I
they're not really
think
trying
they've
to like increase
figured
the
out.
tickets.
I don't think they've figured out logistically how to distribute them. I think one of the problems with the deals that they have with clubs or leagues is they don't get given tickets to games that they just have sitting on their shelf. They have X amount of tickets they can request, and they actually have to request those tickets. And until they do that, so it's like, to me, what it looks like is they actually plan next year. We'll use the MLF as an example. Every club, they pick a marquee match. They request 10 tickets. They work with the league to make sure that they can get those tickets. I think that's the bottleneck, is because they have to send a request for these tickets, and the clubs are the bottlenecks to respond. Because every time I've reached out to Sorare about tickets, they've said, we put in the request. And then a month later, they're like, we got them a week before the game.
Well, maybe the deal there is then you have to put those requests in early or something, right?
Yeah, but I think even if they do it early, I don't think
you don't think it's a guarantee?
I don't think the club will release the tickets until they know. And it might be like a tiered approach. Like Sorare might be a C tier sponsor, right? And until all these other sponsors don't claim the tickets, they won't get them. So they don't have any logistic way to distribute them to winners of a contest.
Right.
And until they improve that relationship with the league, this is all just my assumption, but that's
what I based on what I've seen, I think you're either right or you're very close to being right.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened whenever we went to England, right? And I was working with Dan because Dan had submitted requests for all these. He's like, I think I could get these. I'm not sure I could get those. We went to the Liverpool match because and there's like, oh, we just got 8 tickets, and we had 4 people.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, they didn't have anybody. So they put in a request, and they just give them out. But I think they need to improve the relationship somehow with the club. But it's kind of like an Opta thing, right? It's like everybody blames Sorare for this, but they don't have control over it.
Yeah. Sometimes I think the club was that when you scored the goal at Anfield?
No. I mean, I did in warm-ups, so yeah.
I sometimes think that like
should have broken my collarbone at Liverpool at Anfield.
The clubs kind of keep Sorare at arm's length, right? I feel like the clubs are kind of like, all right, hey, Sorare, whatever, we don't really care. You're some licensing partner that is giving us money, and we give you our assets, and beyond that, we're not really going to do much. Other clubs embrace the relationship and try to get it and do more.
Right.
So,
well, you have like AC Milan, you have Liverpool, you have some clubs that you can tell the relationship is like better. Like when we were at Anfield, there was one gal that worked for Sorare that I think she worked directly. She was like the direct liaison between Liverpool and what are we doing here?
It's a good job. We got a corner kick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right. But yeah, there was this one gal. She was like the liaison specifically, I think, for maybe it was just for Liverpool. Maybe it was for like, I don't know, partner relationships or something. But yeah. Oh, I see. I'm like 20 seconds behind. We have like a 5-on-2.
Sorry.
Yeah. Four horsemen of the Liverpool apocalypse just hit the crossbar.
And Trent hits it off the woodwork. Why is it called woodwork?
Player.
Is it because it used to be wooden?
Goals? Let's go.
Great question for you guys. How many people did you guys refer at the MLS Cup final?
A few.
Several. I did write.
Did you really?
Well, I wrote my referral code on the table at a breakfast.
Yeah, he did. I saw it.
I need to check.
That's
if anybody's signed up from that.
Hundreds. That means you referred hundreds.
Oh, it's unlimited. It's gonna keep going until someone scratches me out.
Dude, Carolina's breakfast was amazing.
Yeah,
that breakfast in Columbus after the MLS Cup was so fucking.
It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good.
The pancake balls. Yeah, I referred Michael Parkhurst. I saw Parky in the Atlanta United legend Michael Parkhurst. I saw him in the VIP, and I said, "Hey, man, you should join Sorare."
Hell yeah!
That's all you said. You didn't explain it. You just
I mean, he's an MLS guy, so like he could be an influencer, right? Like he's, I think it was the only person in the entire fucking thing that recognized him. Also,
Speaking of influencers, that's a grievance of mine. These partnerships with Mbappe, Messi, Serena Williams. Who else is there? PK, Grizzy. Yeah. How are those going?
Got us nothing.
How's that helping the platform?
Got us absolutely nothing. And you know why? Because it's just like the clubs. Those people don't really know or get or care about the game. They're just like, oh, you're going to give me money and I'm going to let you use my name for a few promos. And then, wow.
I mean, Messi is like legit. The only thing he ever did was juggle the ball and wore a So Rare shirt. And honestly, like that one actually makes sense because they can use that in all their marketing material that's on their website. Like, I get that. But like Serena Williams, great example. Like, what the fuck are we doing there?
Didn't Mbappe send an Instagram reel on it or something?
Yeah, like one post or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're gonna find out in January with John Nelson's video.
That's another grievance. John, I think, is completely checked out of So Rare material. He's checked out. He doesn't know what's going on. Sorry, Johnny, I love you, but
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think
you're gonna have to bring him on. He's gonna have to come on and answer those charges. I can't speak on it.
Yeah, we need to get him on here. No, so
if all I would say is this: if you paid one full ETH for the 1 of 1,000 Ronald Acuna limited card, you'd probably fucking check out as well.
Oh man.
But that was 2022.
So this is why I say I don't think so. It's just because he's still. I think less, yes, but I think that's because
I think they're fucking paying him.
It's now his job. Well, I mean, Sura Data probably is, right? I mean,
he gets like referrals for people that sign up for Sora Data memberships.
Yeah,
but I'm sure he gets something from Sorare to go on these excursions of his.
As long as he's still making podcasts and tweeting about Sorare and stuff, and he's putting most of his effort in the other stuff, I think it's great. But my reason why I say I don't think he's completely checked out is because name a podcast or something prior where he was prepared on what was going on.
Okay.
Like he's reading the blogs and stuff as he's doing it.
This
anyway,
is par
right?
for the course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not a knock. I guess maybe a knock, but I mean, it's not like we're doing that. But I'm
just feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
My grievance against John has nothing to do with Sorare. But while we're here, I went to Ireland in fucking June, and I made it to Dublin. I go all the way from the United States of America to Dublin. I'm like, dude, come down, let's get lunch or whatever. He's like, oh, I'm up here in the north, man. I'm up in Northern Ireland. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's a few hours, dude. I came across an ocean. Come have lunch with me.
I mean, that's the equivalent of like me flying to like, I don't know, Atlanta and being like, TrippinB, come see me. I'm in Atlanta.
You might be right about that. For sure.
Yeah. I was when he was in Arizona filming with the players, the MLB players for spring training. I was in Arizona and we were like 10 minutes away. And I was trying to get him to come out to the casino, offering him a free BJ and stuff, and he didn't show up. So he's still got that free BJ coupon.
Love you, John.
Well, he's saving it. He's saving it for when he really needs it.
Yeah, he's saving it for when I break both of my collarbones and I come back even stronger.
Jesus Christ.
I don't blame him. Hey, if I get another trip out to Anfield, I'm gonna try to jump off the top ropes, break both these bad boys, come back stronger.
What's the top ropes at Anfield?
I don't know, just something high.
The top.
You think they'll do a 2024?
You stand on Jurgen Klopp's shoulders, jump.
Do I think they'll do a 2024
Anfield experience?
Oh, no.
No, I mean, all I'm saying is your collection got better. Your Liverpool collection got even better. So if they did it, I think you're a shoo-in. Yeah,
but I'm still not. I think I'm like third. But I like one of the sad parts Okay, here's another grievance. I like this is what we do anyway. It's just like
Let's bitch. Let's bitch.
like bitch and moan, and then like now we just have like, oh, it's the theme anyway.
Mhm.
Is what they might do for like to me, collections are like they only get better with time, and it as of right now it seems like they're only going to honor collections the season of, right? Like
Mm.
they had, and we haven't seen a whole lot of examples of it, but like the jersey giveaway, or the jersey raffle or whatever. I guess it was a giveaway because of your collection score.
It was only
right.
people that were number one
Yeah,
collectors.
yeah,
of
yeah.
their
But it
team.
was only for this season, is my point, right?
Right.
And so like, I want to see him do stuff of like the old season stuff. And one of my biggest grievances that I don't think I've talked about on stream is I think it's bullshit that you don't get anything for a full collection.
Yeah.
Like there, like an old collection that you go out and try to get that's already like an older season. And like to me, one of the coolest parts of a collection is like, oh, it's the original year. Like everybody wants original NFT shit or original cards. Like, oh, it's the first season. But unless like you rip out first serial numbers or jersey mints, and they didn't have special editions really, and they didn't have rookie cards for the bullshit rookie card bonus, bullshit rookie code bonuses bullshit, by the way.
To be fair, we know the answer to this, right?
My whole point is I have a full Liverpool collection of the original year, and I can't get to 5%. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, I can if I go rip them out of Mark's hands, but I have a full collection and I don't have a full percentage. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. That's crazy. What I was getting at is we know why like they're not going to give you like a jersey or like we know why the incentives are there for the new ones because they want you to buy the new ones. They want you to buy the new ones at auction. They really don't give a shit if you buy the cards on secondary market. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Some-
But
that's
they need
dumb.
to toss that stuff in because if that like what you're seeing is right now, somebody had a comment. I think it was Mike Baston saying it's really hard to sell old season cards, right? Like that.
Yeah.
People need to be able to do that. There needs to be some sort of incentive somewhere. They did that back in 2021. They had weekly specials of 2019 tournaments, right? It was like
Those have to
2019
come
cards
back.
only. Yeah, like do it. Like,
Right.
oh, you have to have a 2018. Like, yeah, not very many people enter, but you have to keep that little carrot on a string for people to say, hey, I'm going to keep this 2018 card because, there might be a cool tournament, right?
Better yet, the first week of every month has a special weekly that's 2018. Let's say 2018 and 19. Okay.
Yeah.
The second week has one that's 2021 only. The third week has one that's 2022 only, and the last week of each month has a tournament that's only 2023, 24.
Those are great ideas.
And give people justification to keep their collections of that year, right? And like you don't want people like to me, it's totally an anti-pattern of what Gator Guy did with the Liverpool collection. It's like, oh, I had a Liverpool collection, and then I won a guy for 2023. It's like, oh, let me just convert this into the new collection because that's the best collection now.
Yeah. Well, and also what dumps the prices of those new season cards? What helps dump them? Is when,
well, yeah, I get why he did it, but it seems like something that's anti-collecting almost, right?
Yeah. What helps dump the price of new season cards though is when people, drop the old season card prices, right? You sell a old season Trent for 0.2. How much really are people going to overpay for the new season card? If you just keep cutting the prices of those old season ones, I think it does affect their bottom line.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Silversly has gotten some fucking lead shit in his boots the past couple games. All of his touches are like way too big.
I just saw the touch you were talking about.
Coming down to the wire. And that's been like half of his touches.
Jimmer, are you day drinking over there? You got a little whiskey in that?
Oh yeah,
coffee?
no, straight vodka.
Straight vodka. All right.
No, unfortunately, I'm not. I'm not gonna lie to the streamers. I just still feel like shit from COVID. So
Yeah.
Baston's idea is amazing, by the way.
yeah.
So special weekly where you cannot use more than one card from any season. We're 5 years in now for rares that would work at that level.
One from each year would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the feng shui. We used to.
Yeah.
remember when
Or
we
you
used
could
to
also
have
you
the
could also
feng
do the
shui
opposite.
tournaments?
I was gonna say you could also do the opposite where every card has to be from the same year. You could do that too.
And not the newest season.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about with my like I said, make it scheduled. Say we're committing to 6 months of a week of special weeklies based on years, or 3 months. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a summer special? Are they going to have a 500K prize pool MLS month like they are with the PL here?
Boy.
There's no fucking way, right? Maybe $500.
I mean, it kind of looks like $500 with those periods instead of commas. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah. That is a great grievance. Is the fucking commas instead of or the periods instead of commas? Like, what are we doing?
I mean, we can't pretend like. I mean, I guess we can that the United States is the greatest country out there. But
hey, we got the biggest military, right?
Yeah, that's all that matters. Keep that dollar strong, baby.
But then they use commas instead of periods for the ETH notation sometimes. Like I've seen that, where they'll be like comma 0 blank or whatever. That's funny. I need another beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I kind of need another beer. I should go and let you talk for a little bit, Jimmer, just by yourself. But
Okay. All right.
I'll wait.
No, you don't. I don't care. Sam looks like he's pulling away in the rivals.
Oh,
Service
yeah?
Air Missile, our local rivals heater, saying SR Monkeys lost 40 points today in rivals. What a show!
That's not great. Not great for SR Monkey for sure.
What's up with Monkey?
Leaderboard.
He's gonna miss out on all that pride.
Oh, Surface and Monkey, the rivals battlers. That's rough for Surf for Monkey to lose 40 points. SR Monkey, I shout out to all the people who are embracing the rivals beta. It kind of like I was like a fire that burned out hot and quick on rivals. I still like it. I'm playing this Arsenal one right now, but they kind of like they're not really iterating it as fast as I want them to, so I'm just kind of like sitting around waiting.
It's also hard to like really get into it when it's still the beta. Like,
yeah,
I play it almost every day.
Yeah,
but
who's in second? Come on, ooh-wee.
But do
I get the Zap Daddy name?
I think you do. Yeah,
hey,
out of our group.
Oh shoot, Jimmer passed me.
Yeah, if I maybe
I can't be the Zap
maybe if
Daddy
Liverpool
anymore.
wins this game, tripping.
I can't be the Zap Dad anymore.
Your wealth of knowledge in the zapping though is
I was like the original. Like I said, I always said I'm the John the Baptist, that I'm just coming to pave the way and preach the good news about the Messiah who will follow in my wake.
Should I have woken up at 5 a.m. this morning to do lineups for the West Ham game, or was it 6?
Well, that's a question that only you can answer. That's a question you can only answer yourself, babe.
Yeah.
Central Time Zone is rough.
Well, normally we don't get like those EPL games that are. I mean that's noon in London time.
I'm a fan of the extremes, either west or either all the way Pacific or all the way east.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah, fuck that.
Sports fandom on the West Coast is insane, though. It's crazy.
Oh,
I'll be right back, boys. I'm gonna get another one more drink.
I'm sure Surface, if he's still in the comments, will tell us. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. We get up early. Oh, and then the game's over, and it's still light out. We can still go out to dinner.
We get to go get dinner on the beach, and
I've heard that speech so many fucking times. But I have lived out there too and enjoyed it. So it is true.
It is pretty solid for sports.
Yeah. East Coast is all right, but you sometimes find yourself up past midnight when you had it's like 9:30. Yeah, I'll probably go to bed in a little bit, and then
I don't mind Central as much as some of because I kind of like will go to sleep immediately after like a Sunday night football game or something like that. But
Some people swear by Central. Some people swear Central is the sweet spot, but I'm not one of those people.
yeah, you can't really beat a noon start time
Yeah.
right after church.
The 11 a.m. College football kickoffs too. It's just like, come on now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. Like take me all the way to 9 a.m. or give me until noon.
Do you have any disappointments in Andy while he's not here to defend himself?
I'm disappointed in all of us for not really going out to, like, speaking of kickoff times, the MLS Cup final was kickoff at 4:30 p.m. Game was over. We were out of the stadium comfortably by 7:15, let's say.
Yeah.
And we all like,
I thought it was going to be a night.
it was going to be like, yeah, let's go, let's hit the town, let's
was-
go big, and we got some food, and the food was delicious, and then any energy to like get a big group outing was just dissipated and just
yeah.
like,
So we're blaming that. We're blaming that on Andy.
no, I'm not blaming that on Andy, but I am saying that I'm disappointed in all of us for not being the ones to stop that from happening. And I will admit, I readily went along with the, fuck it, let's just go home and chill and have a few beers on the couch.
Yeah,
and go to bed.
I tried to get Trippin to air some grievances on you while you were gone, and you couldn't defend yourself. But
I was
I've
ready
got
to
one.
rage. For the record, I was ready to rage. So yeah, I think Taco Slayer was ready to rage. I mean,
Blame the
two
Sam.
guys ready to rage. We should have gone out Taco.
I know,
We would've had a
Andy
great
and
time.
Taco hitting the town. That could be an IG live.
I've got a grievance with Columbus on that, which is they don't have a plugged in Big Buck Hunter HD in the network.
Yeah,
Why is there a reason to go to any bar there?
it's a good point.
There's
Yeah.
no reason. And
It's a great point.
my grievance with Andy on the trip to Columbus.
I drove too fast. I got there too soon.
Okay. So none of my grievances actually matter because he did drive the whole trip, which was amazing. However, I did bless him with a gift on arriving at 5 a.m. to my house, and he didn't utilize it the whole time. I got him some driving crooner decals, and he was going to be my driving crooner baby. But that was my grievance.
My only
last
Love the
prank.
crooner. Love the crooner. You should have gone as a crooner. Come on now.
My only issue was that it could become a safety issue. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Safety
serious.
first.
I'm
what
serious.
a dad. What a dad move.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm just saying, I go to look out my window in the car and there's a hat in the way or a cigar in the way, and there's like a car in my blind spot or something. I can't see them.
Fuck. Trying to make it look fake.
Like if I were just cruising the city, not changing lanes often, not flying down Highway 70, I could probably get away without or with the crooner setup. But
No, man, you got to go crooner. How can it be a safety hazard? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You think that's dumb? I mean, what if the hat gets away? I look over my shoulder.
I think the only safety
dude.
hazard.
You're trying to make it look fake. You're trying to make it look fake.
The only possible safety hazard was
clear.
all the people trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Right. To steal it from you. To steal the idea.
Yeah.
Right.
A true gaucho wouldn't worry about that. Well, I'm not a gaucho. I'm also not a cowboy. And I'm also
how do
not
we
a
feel
crooner.
about Jimmer not splitting up the driving? I'm actually fine with it. I don't want people to drive my car. Just nothing against them. Even good friends are just like.
That's why we're here today, baby.
Yeah.
I'm also a completionist, so like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
start something and not finish it. So
Mhm.
you remember
Totally
that, Jimmer?
Love
You
that
remember
about you.
buddy.
Oh yeah, I know.
Plus, I trust myself to make amazing time.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Feats of strength. What do we talk about for feats of strength? Do we need to do something? Jimmer, do
Day
you want to do
drinking.
some push-ups?
Does day drinking count?
Feats of strength.
Fitting,
Yeah.
fitting into this Arsenal shirt that I bought 12 years ago, that was a feat of strength. Trust me.
Wow, way to
There's
go.
a reason we're chest up here.
It's a belly shirt. Come on, give us that button.
No, not gonna happen. Sorry,
Aw.
I'm not. I as much as I would love to be so right down under, I can't quite match his.
Oh
his,
man, I'll do shots out of
amazing
Trippin's button.
performance on stream the other day.
So
Feats of
in
strength.
in Seinfeld, what happens is George has to wrestle his dad, and
Oh.
whoever pins the other person, I guess, wins. Right?
Yeah.
That's how they.
I mean, that would seem to make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So there needs to be either some wrestling or somebody needs to do push-ups. We should probably get Scosmo in here. Scosmo, you and Chad. I mean, we could probably get him to do
I could
something.
try to
It's
do some
late.
pull-ups.
He's probably been drinking all day after a West Ham win. Like,
Right. Doing blow off of a hooker's body part. Does that count as a feat of strength?
I'm gonna message him and see if
Fetus?
he's available.
I could do like 2 pull-ups.
We'll see if he joins.
Scotty boy.
Not that I want to go like terribly long today.
He said he was on a bender.
We've been sitting around for an hour talking bullshit. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to 9-hour stream?
I don't have it in me today.
Oh, I don't either. Hey, TrippinB,
Yeah.
one of the things that I've wanted to do with Andy, and now that we have this beautiful, potentially Emmy award-winning platform,
Sure.
is just like a start drinking at like 9 a.m. and see how long we make it while we're commenting on all the So Rare decisives throughout the day on a full game slate.
That'd
Like
be
a
amazing.
Galazzo show.
So it'd basically be like the NFL Red Zone,
Yeah.
just with a couple of drunks.
There needs to be stakes because I will guarantee quit. I'll be the first one out in that scenario because I'll just
Floppy
find some
stakes?
reason to quit. I'll be like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I need to have some type
Floppy
of like
stakes?
longevity. Like
Oh,
if you're I love that stuff. That's a great Stein, by the way. If you're out early, you should have to have some type of consequence. That's all I'm saying.
oh.
I love the idea.
I think that might also be the death of it. Like, I think the 3-hour stream was probably a little spice, and it's like if you can't make it through one of the streams, or you're gonna make through any of them, and it's like if we post like an 8-hour stream, it's like who's gonna fucking watch all that?
Larry will watch it. Larry will watch
maybe
it.
maybe we'll
Larry
do like
will watch it and make specific comments on something that happened at like the 5-hour, 37-minute mark. Like,
this
you
is
guys
what
are
we should do. We should do like a legit giveaway, and then like throughout the whole thing is drop clues as to like the answer,
Yeah.
kind of like the
Yeah.
Ethereum hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to be there at the end. How about this? We give away like 100 Fred Hemmings.
Wow.
Christ. Who wants that? Oh, it's a final. All right. Okay,
1-1. That's fun.
Hey,
I don't hate it.
I do hate it because the goal we scored a great goal of our own and gave up a horrible goal. So I don't like that. But
So you said hour.
yeah.
Were you a wee guy? I asked about this the other day. When you
If you've
talk about
spent money on the club, that you count as a we for sure.
Are you a stockholder? Oh yeah, I guess you have players.
I think this is actually a great
so rare-
discussion, and I
so
think
rare
we should
cards.
have it out. When can you say we?
I hate it. I don't do it, and I hate it. And if I ever do it, I do it on accident, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you were on the
Why?
team, you played.
Why do you that? Why is it that serious? First off,
I
Who
fucking
cares?
hate it. No, I
I love it. I'm going to do it now. We are going to do it now just to piss you off.
No,
Me-
I don't
me,
really hate it that much.
William Saliba and Bukayo Saka are going to come to your house and tell you what for.
I think
I love it.
think-
I don't understand. Like, so definitely TCU. I went to Texas Christian University. TCU's a we, not even a question.
Yeah.
I've cheered for the Green Bay Packers my whole life.
Did you grow up there?
I grew up in Utah.
Are you a
with no
shareholder?
team.
Are you a shareholder?
I'm not a shareholder. No, I know.
Can't do it. You're not a we.
That shareholder thing is kind of bullshit, but it is somewhat real. I mean, I get it. But I've never been to Lambeau, so yeah, that disqualifies me. But I'll still say I don't care. Charlotte FC, I'm a season ticket holder. I was in the supporters group. I'm not anymore. Now I'm in the supporters section though.
Oh, what happened?
I think Charlotte FC is a strong, easily a we.
I think if it's your hometown team, if you went to the school, or if you're like a taxpayer or shareholder in the team, then you can say we. I can't say we with West Ham. I can't. They're not a we for me. They're a they.
I got a corollary for you though.
Uh-huh.
If you pledge, see, because like I refuse to cheer for anyone else, and I hate everyone else in the Premier League. You're just like kind of a casual West Ham fan. You like them because the cards, the cards brought you to West Ham.
Have you been
Whereas
to an
I've
Arsenal
been
game?
an Arsenal fan for like decades.
Have you been to an Arsenal game?
Yeah, I bet Andy's been to more
Yes,
West Ham
I
games
have.
than you've been.
Have you been to two?
I've been to 2 Arsenal games.
God damn it.
Fuck.
Only
Wait.
2. Only
Man.
2.
Wait. Andy, didn't you go see? Oh wait, no, that was Arsenal. Are you talking about the MLS? Are you counting the MLS versus Arsenal?
No, I didn't go to that game.
Oh, you didn't go to that. Andy was at that, right?
I was at that.
Yeah.
Would have gone.
Well,
Yeah,
Andy's
coulda, shoulda.
been to almost as many Arsenal games as you have.
I think you say we whenever the fudge you want, and you don't really like let other people's condescension really rain on your parade. That'd be my take on the whole thing. Like,
stick my own.
Parrot Press says, I played for Spurs and West Ham as a kid. I support Spurs and say we. Wouldn't say we for West Ham as they make me want to be sick on my own dick.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a take.
Ultimately, certainly there's some cleanup involved there, but it's not. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
pouring. You might as well just pour chunky soup on your dick. It's not like it's like,
So
your dick doesn't hurt when you pour a liquid on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh God.
it would hurt more to pour like boiling hot chunky soup on your dick than to vomit on your own dick. That's all I'm trying to tell Parrot Press. Like, I get what he's going for there, but like, there's levels to this thing, and I don't know. Just a thought.
Jimmer, do you have rules around your we, or are you a never we? You're a never weer.
I'm an infrequent weir. I don't have rules. I just like, I don't know. I don't feel like I play for the team. So
Well, you played on Anfield.
true. Have you played at Arsenal's home field, Trippin?
No,
Mm.
no. But I've worn an Arsenal shirt when I play pickup soccer before.
Ooh, could be a
Okay.
we.
Multiple
That could be a
times.
we.
Maybe
I've worn the shirt.
maybe
I might
the
be on
official-
board with that
Damn
being
it.
a we.
maybe the official we is like you have the kit with your last name on the back.
No, we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys do you like to get kits that have names on the back or no names?
I think I prefer no
Depends on the
names.
player, probably.
Just the jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
more
almost
of a-
always a no-namer.
yeah.
I did just buy
Unless it's someone who never will leave the club.
I think the
and then
play
you do-
there, Jimmer, is to get a Hall of Famer or somebody that's retired, like a Stan Musial or Ozzie Smith, Cardinals
Yeah.
jersey, for instance. Yeah.
Or unless it's Tim Tebow, baby. I've got all of his
Mm.
jerseys.
You do have all those.
I big time support. Do you have a STLC, SCSC, FC Rovers shirt with Tebow on the back?
No, I don't put Tebow's name on jerseys that he wasn't a team on.
Oh, okay.
But I have his Broncos. Oh, I don't have them though. I'm missing one. I still need to get it.
Jags? Do you have Jags?
No, I don't have his Jaguar. I'm missing his Phillies and his Jags jersey, but I have his Patriots jersey. His Jets
Mets jersey.
I have his Mets jersey, his Jets jersey.
The
his
New York
Broncos
Mets or
jersey.
the Port St. Lucie Mets?
The New York Mets. So I don't have his minor league club.
I love it.
Club.
I do. I'm a big fan of thematic, like funny jersey things. Like there's a couple that comes to Charlotte FC matches that's just the supporters, and one of them,
Cringe.
the guy's jersey says problems 99, and then hers says not one.
Not one.
It's kind of
Fucking dumb.
Yeah. Those are like those clever Halloween costumes. So get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm a pun. I'm like, no, you looked it up on the internet and you thought it was cool.
Yeah. What do you guys think about something like this? Like turning yourself into a thing or trying to turn yourself into a thing This cat right here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's not maximizing, but he's the Cardinal Cowboy, and he puts a cowboy hat, he wears full kit, and it just says Cardinal Cowboy on it when he goes to the games. He's probably the worst human being, in my opinion, like in existence.
And then you showed that last picture.
I don't know anything about the guy, but I hope he drops dead. I mean, let's be honest.
Look at this shit.
He's a clown.
Wait.
What,
Sharing the wrong
do
screen.
you
Hold
feel
on.
the same? Do you feel the same about the Tau guy?
No, because the Tau guy.
Same.
No, it's different. Tau guy is different. Tau guy. People don't even know
St.
what
Louis
Tau guy
Blues.
is. Yeah, but
It was the Tau guy.
Who let him touch the trophy?
it's a fake trophy.
It's gotta be fake.
It's not a real trophy. He carries that shit around everywhere he goes, and he's like, "Hey, I got the trophy." Dude, he's horrible. And he's like, "Hey," when he goes to the games. I'm not joking about any of this. When he goes to the games, he's like, "Everybody, look at me. Who wants to take a picture with me?" And then he'll go over to the kids. "Hey, take a picture with me." It's like nobody wants to take a picture with him. He goes out and he's like, "Hey, take a picture with me."
Yeah,
there's a certain level of fandom that is indistinguishable from mental illness, and I think the Cardinal Cowboy has certainly crossed that threshold for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this guy. I'm just now learning about him.
Do a little research. He's horrible. He's horrible. And actually, I think that he actually does it for a cause. There's a good cause associated with it. But fuck him.
Who's the worst person, this guy or Jim Edmonds?
Why do you hate Jim Edmonds? I mean, I hate him too, but I want to make sure that
for me, it's only because he was on the Cardinals.
Okay. Well, so he had a lot of weird things. He slept with his so he had an au pair, I think.
Yeah. He was on
slept with and maybe even had a threesome with his nanny. I don't.
Yeah, he pressured his wife his young wife, his third wife. He pressured her to have a threesome with the woman who became his fourth wife, I believe is how that goes.
Yeah. And she was on Real Housewives of Orange County or something, or Atlanta or one of them.
It was funny because my ex back in the day, she was a huge Bravo-holic, and she was watching Real Housewives, and I was like, "Is that Jim Edmonds?" I was like, "Is that the guy? Is that the outfielder?" Yeah. It was really weird when I first came across that, for sure.
And now he's the color guy for the Cardinals, and he's horrible. What I hate the most is people love him. A lot of people love him, especially boomers. Boomers love him. And
let me guess. I don't know what's up with all these newfangled analytics. I mean, when I was coming up, you just play. You see the ball, you hit the ball, you run the base.
Exactly. See the ball, catch the ball, hit the ball. Yeah.
See the ball, hit the ball, catch the ball.
Glad to know there's horrible people in St. Louis to balance out the greatness of you guys. Because you guys are out there setting the standard. I know it's airing of grievances. Festivus is kind of a negative holiday, but I love you guys. You're great. You're great for the game. You're both great for the game.
I love you.
Of life. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
About to get real weird in here.
I wish it wasn't true, but it is.
We've been going for an hour and 37 minutes. That's it. We done.
Hey.
We
well,
tapped out.
It wouldn't be Festivus without a giveaway, right?
Oh.
We have
10 people in
are
chat.
we doing Wheel of Names? Is this a Wheel of Names giveaway?
Oh, we can Wheel of Names it. I was thinking about
names.
giving it to whoever comes up with the most real and honest complaint about Andy.
Yeah, I like that too, for sure.
In the chat.
That's
and
fun.
The gift isn't anything great, but in the spirit of the stream and Parrot Press being sick on his dick, we're gonna give away a rare Mujade Sadik.
Can you share your screen so we can see who we're talking about here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I used to be a piece of shit. Entire screen.
Oh man, the Dangerous Nights crew. The Dangerous Nights crew.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be maybe a Dangerous Nights crew.
Ooh, he's actually pretty decent, huh?
Oh yeah, he's playable. He's U23.
Do you think he has a sad dick?
I think he might, but the sad boys put your biggest grievance in the chat for Mr. Black, and I'll pick a winner, or we'll just go to the Wheel of Names because you know.
I can't tell if this is going to be really fun or really hurtful. Like
I'm
they're gonna
hoping it's
get me to the core.
a little bit of both, you know.
Yeah.
Really end your day well. All right.
That Andy Black's a real piece of shit.
And somebody's gonna say something really like too
yeah.
real, and it's gonna be like, all right.
Yeah. It's like real personal.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I've had a couple
Yeah.
beers. I'm
If
ready
so,
for
it would be amazing if someone just ended you right here and came
Yeah.
up, like, just said something
Like,
that just
I
like you're
can't-
like,
Get the
like,
body
guys,
bag, baby.
I gotta go.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we don't have any more listeners.
No, they're there.
While we're waiting for that, I got one more grievance. Here's a fresh grievance from today.
Yeah.
I went and got Chick-fil-A breakfast this morning, and I get up there and they charged me an extra. I got a coffee with my meal instead of like a Coke or whatever. They charged me extra $1 for the coffee instead of a Coke. First off, coffee's cheaper than Coke, so don't lie to me. Don't put an upcharge on it.
Yeah.
Second off, how about all drinks just cost the fucking same? You're already charging too much for your damn chicken biscuit.
Yeah, the cost is the cup. It's not the
Right.
liquid.
So let's relax and quit charging extra. And here's the thing. And then, so I said, and I don't care, whatever. It's Christmas. I'm not like, I have an extra $1. I paid.
Oh, you're
for
one
it.
of those people. You were bitching about the cost of the coffee.
I paid for it
to this
and then
poor,
I
the
looked-
poor worker. My God.
Oh yeah, she gave me the whole like, I wish I could set the prices, but I can't. And I was like, yeah, but yes, but I have been to other Chick-fil-A's where they didn't charge me the extra $1. So like at some point, a choice was made to put into the POS system, coffee gets a $1 upcharge at this specific Chick-fil-A relative to other ones. So maybe that part wasn't her fault either, but I am telling you
That poor thing.
that there's a grievance. Yeah, I had a smile on my face the whole time. I didn't make her feel like shit, hopefully. But probably wasn't her favorite customer today.
Love Chick-fil-A though. All right, well, no
Right.
takers. Looks like Blue Tomato's the only one that commented something,
I
about.
think we give a time limit. We'll give till.
No, I'm calling it. We're giving it to Blue Tomatoes.
Okay.
Congrats. Saddest dick.
Fried blue tomatoes.
Him and Coombs in one lineup equals instant win. What
I was really
grievance.
hoping for a really good roasting here, but that's disappointing.
I set the stage. It didn't work.
Yeah. I think
All right.
Surface Air Missile probably could have really said something to ruin me, but
Oh,
But
he's only
doesn't
accepting money.
he probably was like, "Oh, I don't need that card, so fuck off."
Blue Tomatoes, you have to change your settings so I can send you the card. It says you're only accepting money.
That's good. That's real good.
Oh, you're an OG as well. Wow. All right,
Daniel
Merry
Cooper,
Christmas.
Where are you at that it's morning? that-
I mean, it could be West Coast.
Is that Hawaii?
Sam, I feel
Morning.
like is in Hawaii half the time these days.
Yeah. Surface Air Missile is either in Hawaii or in an RV or like on vacation somewhere, beautiful.
It's about right.
Oh, California. Yeah, West Coast. It's just not noon, so it's morning. Easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. It's not morning after what 11. I would say
11 is mid morning. I got to go with mid morning on 11 to 12, and then after 12, it's definitely not morning anymore.
so. You guys are gonna say anything before 12 is morning still,
Yes.
in some way. Yeah.
Mid morning,
Okay.
different thing.
I really can't argue with it.
Mid morning is definitely different. Mid morning is like, I'm not going to call you early enough to wake you up, but it's before noon.
Yeah.
Morning is like, I got to fucking wake up for this. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I think we've done all that we can do as far as sharing our Festivus love and joy with all these wonderful listeners out here. Anybody got anything else?
Go
Thanks for
Liverpool.
inviting me.
Just fun. Love you guys.
Love
Black
you.
being pedantic. That's a great grievance.
Yeah, you're late.
You're late.
Love you guys. Have a happy Festivus. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, guy. And a Happy New Year.
Merry
No, dat is pak voor een reten. Dit wouden jullie toch?
TBS, allemaal jongens even feesten.